The very first page of the book describes the dreamer's perception after the fourth night with a feeling of sadness. Just like a good dream, a whole minute of bliss is so little for the whole of a man's life. So recently, I reread my Penguin Classic edition of the book White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky. It was quite an exciting day to read White Nights. 14th Feb seemed a perfect day to revisit the dreamer's sentimental love story. This is a short story from Fyodor Dostoevsky, and like his other works, where you have to concentrate the names of the characters and different things of a long book, this one is pretty short, about 86 pages. Yet also, the story is pretty simple for a beginner. Our narrator, who is also the protagonist, known as the dreamer, who meets a girl named Nastansha, and for 4 nights we get to see the dreamer falling in love with her. Sounds a typical story, right? But with Dostoevsky's writing, we can see ourselves in the dreamer. The book is written in 1868, as you can see how much of a masterful writer Dostoevsky is, and his stories are still relevant to this day. Now back to the story. Our dreamer is a very lonely, shy and isolated person. He prefers to stay in his dreams over reality because of the comfort and compassion. Yet when on the first night when he meets Nastansha, her beauty and her kindness makes the dreamer fall in love with her. Here in their conversation, the dreamer tells her about how he has never talked to any woman before, something that this generation can relate to. He finds humble behavior from Nastansha, something that a lonely person like him has never experienced. And I think ever since social media became this big thing in our lives, don't you think we resonate with the narrator too? Like him, he rejects reality over his dreamy state, much like this generation prefers virtual medium over social gatherings. With the dreamer, we can connect much easily cause of the character being relatable to this day. Now when he meets Nastansha, her warmth and kind nature makes the dreamer to fall in love with her. But Nastansha is already in love with the lodger. She clarifies to the dreamer not to fall in love with her. Yet the dreamer and Nastansha share their life experiences, their ambitions. Meanwhile, Nastansha has spent much of her life under the strict control of her overprotective grandmother, which makes her eager for love and independence. Nastansha's main desire is to be reunited with the lodger, a person from his past whom once she has fallen in love with. She sees him as her chance to escape the stifling control of her grandmother and experience true love. But Nastansha fails to see the dreamer's feelings about her. His love is miserable. In the fourth night, the night where Nastansha did what she had to do, if you have seen Instagram edits or even the large number of fans asked why Nastansha did wrong, she might be too late to accept the dreamer's love, but her one and true love was always the lodger. As in the end of the story, she followed her heart, but this decision broke our dreamer's heart in pieces. But still, her last goodbye showed Nastansha's caring for the dreamer. So this doesn't make her a character any bad. So the answer will be she didn't do any wrong. The symbolism in this book intertwined about how the dreamer's life shines up brightly when Nastansha enters his life for temporary period. But do you know, in St. Petersburg, there is a time in winter where the whole night skies shines and turns into white nights. This connection really sets the story interesting of how the dreamer's life will shine up in white nights in the form of Nastansha for a temporary time being. Overall, if you are a bookstagrammer or a Dostoevsky reader, you might have seen the edits of this amazing book in your feed. If you want to start reading Dostoevsky, you should definitely start with The White Nights. This 86 pages of short story takes you to witness a sentimental love story with amazingly crafted and the best writer of Russian literature, Fyodor Dostoevsky.